Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's I, back again with another video. This video is probably gonna be like the most important video you ever really need in life. This shit is something that we all experience as, young men, you get what I'm saying? And something that we definitely need to talk about right here. So before I even get into anything though, make sure you like the video, subscribe, share, hit that bell notification, because you're gonna want to be in tune for the next drops. So this topic is kind of out there, you get what I'm saying, but it's, for me, I feel like it's just not talked about enough. Even if it may seem like it ain't nobody really gonna give it to you like how I'm about to give it to you. So look, it is so fucking important and imperative to stop chasing girls, bro. Like, I don't care what age you are, I don't care what you're doing, I'm gonna give you the whole game on why you should stop chasing bitches, bro. Like, I'm gonna break this shit up into two different categories. Like, first I'm gonna talk about time, how much of a time waster this is, and two, I'm gonna talk about what girls desire in the first place and why you shouldn't even be searching for that, and shouldn't even be a consideration of yours, you get what I'm saying? So first off, time. One thing I realized, I'm 26 years old, but one thing I realized in my young years is that I don't wasted so much time talking to girls and trying to chase girls, trying to impress girls, you get what I'm saying? And I say impress because that's what it is. Like, when you don't really have, me, I got my shit together, right? But I ain't really at the point where I really want to be, you get what I'm saying? Where the point where I feel like they could come to me, you get what I'm saying? So with that being said, I don't feel like I done had to fucking chase, you get what I'm saying? Or even put in the extra effort. And in doing that, you actually waste your time. So let me explain to you how you waste your time. So for instance, time is the most valuable thing in the world. You can never get time back. If you ask any old man or old woman, one thing that they could wish they can possess or have back is always going to be time. Time you can never get back. It's the most valuable asset. So in turn, why would you be giving that away to someone who does not even value your time, or someone who values another, or has selective value on time, you get what I'm saying? So let me get into that. Obviously, as a young man, you know that when you talk to girls, you gotta take them on dates, you gotta pay for dates, you gotta kind of as one of my mans would say, kind of fucking put on a show, kind of to impress, because really and truly what you're doing is you're trying to talk to a girl, you trying to pull her away from the other guy, right? You trying to essentially make her realize that you that nigga and that nigga is not that nigga, right? So essentially, you might put on a show, you might do a little something, you might get her to like you in a certain way, whether that's flashing your charisma, whether that's spending a lot of money on dates, which I don't do, but some guys do, or if it's just the whole act of taking her out, showing her, giving her this whole experience, you get what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, bro, the reason why it's such a time waster is because the same time that you putting in to do that, you could put in on your craft. And I know it's hard to kind of I know it's hard to make yourself know, or convince yourself oh, I'm gonna put this time into just my grind, you get what I'm saying? I know it's hard to do that, but at the end of the day, you don't lose hoes, or you don't lose girls, you know what I'm saying, by chasing the bag. Ain't nobody ever lost a girl from chasing the bag. And even if you lose one girl, you obviously know there's other girls waiting for you there, you get what I'm saying? So with that being said, you just lose too much time. I realized I'm losing time and I'm losing money. I ain't really getting anything out of this, you get what I'm saying? So, and then obviously I've always had the mindset oh, I'm gonna make this person work, or I'm gonna make this person contribute to my life in a different way, maybe get some bread out of this, or you get what I'm saying, do something like that, right? But essentially it wasn't even it's not even that worth it, because for instance, you gotta basically the game is so fucked up right now to the point where you talk to a girl, you gotta fucking unteach her the shit that the last nigga done fucked her up on. There's so many goofy niggas out here, bro, that they're teaching these girls the wrong shit. They don't even know what a man even likes. Hence why you see all these channels blowing up saying how where men are challenging women, and women don't even know what the fuck a man like in the first place, or they may be just acting oblivious to it. You get what I'm saying? So like, it's like you gotta really untrain a girl to like be on your program, right? To really do what you doing. And it's like, yo, that's just a time waster. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if you do get that girl to like really contribute to your life and like support your dream, because bro, ultimately, like, yo, if you're not getting a girl to really support your dream, or even like, you know, pitching on your business or your idea, or like, you know, provide you some level of support, then you just stupid. Like, you pretty much just chasing pussy for no reason, man. In actuality, like, you gotta actually get something out of it. Like, what are you getting out of it? That's like the main thing, right? Once you get past that, right, then you get to the point where like, damn, you realize, like, especially for me coming to Miami, like, I always kind of knew this, but I feel like a lot of guys don't really see it. You get what I'm saying? So like, I done been around, I know girls that's giving niggas a hard time, like, not me specifically, but I know girls that's giving niggas a hard time. Like, you might talk to her and, you know, she might not give you play for however long, right? But I done seen these same girls, like, I know of stories, like, I could tell you one specifically where, I ain't gonna say the artist's name, but I know a girl that went to this specific artist's like after party, because he was like hosting at this little club out here in Miami, and they went back to his place, and ultimately, like, they ended up, he was like, yo, I want y'all, like, he basically was like, yo, all y'all take y'all clothes off. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you don't think that's going on, then you wildin'. Like, that's going on, you know, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's going on very frequently out here, just in general. So anyway, so, you know, she ain't say that she took her clothes off, but you already know that she more than likely did, because if other girls did, then why would she not? You know what I mean? She was telling me, like, she was showing me, like, so I went to that artist's page and I went to his story. So then I looked at the girls that was in his story. So then I'm like, damn, this girl got like 50,000 followers. This girl got 100,000 followers. This girl got like 10,000 followers. So then that made me realize, I'm like, bro, the same girls that these niggas is chasing is like giving it up, or like giving up their body, their access to them, for niggas that not even like, they're not gonna get nothing out of it other than just say that they got an experience with a nigga that is lit. You get what I'm saying? So once you really realize that, bro, it's like, bro, what the fuck are you actually doing? Like, some of y'all niggas, like, y'all understand Instagram don't have this feature anymore, but like, you can't see what somebody else likes, right? But like, if you see what some of these girls is like writing in like a nigga's Instagram, like, you get what I'm saying? Some of these girls is even DMing niggas. Like, I talked about on my podcast, like, Chado Chosinko, his girl that he's with now slid into his DM, like, and ultimately, you know, she's with him to this day. Like, you know what I'm saying? She shot her shot, but like, shit you not, like, the guys that, how many guys is probably trying to talk to that same girl, but, you know, she didn't see them as worthy in her eyes, like she looking at Chado Chosinko. You know what I'm saying? So once you realize that, bro, it's like, yo, this is pointless. Like, and even if you do get a girl, bro, with how like shit is engineered nowadays, and how like social media then like is feeding guys a certain script, and social media is feeding girls a certain script. So like, even if you do get a girl and like you do, you know, are able to like hold her down or whatever, she gonna feel like she has her own little shit going on. You get what I'm saying? Like, so she might not even take to your program. She might not even like fuck with what you have to say. You get what I'm saying? You might tell her to do something, but she's seen it on social media that it's supposed to do that way. And the reason why is because in actuality, she might, like, y'all niggas might not think like this, bro, but I'm telling you, like, a girl literally like will look at you and look at the niggas that is in her DM, or look at the niggas that's on social media, look at the niggas that's on her dating apps, and she'd be like, why would I listen to this guy? You know what I'm saying? And I see so much guys like fall for that shit. Like, they don't really even have no like say over what their girl is doing, what their girl is not doing. Like, how many guys can actually tell their girl, like, yo, like, you think about going on a Miami like girls trip? Like, hell no, you ain't going on a trip. Not many guys can even say that. Like, and before you say that, that's like controlling or some shit. That's not controlling. Like, if your girl come to Miami, bro, you already know what's happening, bro. Like, I done seen it, I done been a part of it. You get what I'm saying? So, and then for me, like, I just got to this point where it's like, bro, I done been with so much girls that I just realized, like, it's genuinely a waste of time. Like, I just realized like if I could go back in time, I definitely would have just grinded more. Like I got to the point where I'm comfortable. I make, I do well for myself, and I ain't got nothing to really complain about. But at the same time, it's like most importantly, like the type of things you could say and do, and kind of like how you can move when you are successful is way different to the when you like low. Because at the end of the day, bro, and that's another thing I realized. I'm gonna make another video for that. But like, if you ain't really got like clout, if you ain't really got a lot of money, you get what I'm saying, you essentially are like thrown into the bucket of like the average man. You get what I'm saying? So and in this day and age, like if you ain't tuned into the podcast, you don't understand what we're saying. The average man is kind of like a dead thing. You get what I'm saying? Because of the advent of social media, dating apps, things of that nature. You get what I'm saying? So you cannot be out here like chasing hoes anymore in 2023. Like it's just dead. Like you cannot be doing that, bro. There's so much more to give. Like there's so much more out here. There's so much more to do. Like it's a dead end. Like I'm telling you, like the people that are like getting these girls so easily, or the people that's like really making moves, is the niggas that's already up. You get what I'm saying? Like, and once you realize that, bro, it's like, yo, it's either you wait and like you wait a patient game and you just take what you get. You know what I mean? Like you do what you do. If it happens, it don't happen. That's probably the best option for a nigga that's like, doesn't really strive to want to be anything like super high. You get what I'm saying? But if you want to like really have a like, the pick of the litter and really like control this dynamic, like the dating dynamic, you really have to get to the top. Like there's no other way around it. Like you really have to put in the work, grind, get your money up, get your physique up, your game up. You know what I mean? You get your everything. Like you gotta be a well-rounded person, because at the end of the day, like the dating game is competitive. Ultimately, it's like, bro, you can't really like complain about this shit if you're not really gonna do nothing to like get yourself to that next level. You get what I'm saying? Like some niggas is just really complaining. Like every day, all I see is niggas complaining on YouTube, complaining or doing this. Like, bro, at the end of the day, like you have to understand as a man, like it comes as a man, like as a epiphany. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like it comes as a man. Like you realize, bro, it's a game. Once you realize this shit is a game, what the fuck can you do but play it, right? And there's niggas that complain about the game, but for me, I know how I've been. Like whenever I used to play video games and stuff like that, I want that shit on the hardest difficulty. Cause why? Cause I used to play like fucking Call of Duty and all that shit on like the hardest difficulty. Cause why? If I beat the game, if I beat that fucking game, bro, at that difficulty, then I feel so much more satisfied. You get what I'm saying? I feel so much more like, damn, like I really did that. You get what I'm saying? Like, so ultimately that's how I view the game of life. Like you kind of just have to take it how it is and get to the top. Like you really have to like strive for something better, because chasing hoes is pointless. Like it's pointless. Anybody that knows that is like, it's pointless. And I spoke about on another video, or I will speak about another video, how like macking is kind of like it's kind of like getting harder, because of how social media is, and like how the whole dating game is changed different. So many trick niggas is out here spending money on girls and kind of fucking up the game for everybody else. Information is being told. Like that's another thing. Like we creating this podcast and putting out information and having girls on, because I want to show you. I'm basically showing y'all what these girls think based on what they've been told on Instagram, based on what they've been told on Twitter, based on what they've been told on social media. I'm showing y'all what they think and how it correlates to how dating is. You get what I'm saying? So ultimately you're gonna see like, damn, like especially like on one of the podcasts we was talking, and the girl was like how they're being told that like man wants to, he would. You get what I'm saying? So that's something light, but if you really think about it, it's not light, because now when you talk to a girl, right, you can't even be on your busy grind. Like you can't even do like, you might actually be busy. You might actually like, not really be on her. Like you might actually be talking to like 5 girls. Like you might be talking to multiple girls. You know what I'm saying? But for instance, they're being told like, since you're not on her, then it's a problem. You get what I'm saying? It's like, bro, there's so much information that's being sold. Anyway, that's the crux of what I wanted to say. Like, I'm gonna be pumping out more content, you know, more often, and kind of just like getting to where we need to be, because too many people really giving our perspective. You get what I'm saying? Like, for like our perspective is the perspective. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, like this video, subscribe, share the video. With that being said, peace out.